So, different traits. Imps, which is what Jackalope Bumblebee is.
More like wimps.
Oh,
God.
got him.
Hey, welcome to episode 4 of Bird Story, aka SevenGates. I'm here again with the whole squad. I'm going to pass it over to Rory to...
The squad.
What would you call it? The team? The...
Bird squad.
Bird squad.
Didn't we say
that sounds right.
the murder?
Yeah, the murder.
Oh, yeah.
Murder.
I like Bird Squad. So I'm here with the Bird Squad, and Rory's going to fill in what Bird Squad's been up to in this episode 4 of Bird Story.
Okay, previously, there was a Lich. He ruled the world. These guys joined the Resistance sort of unwillingly, trying to fight him. Resistance got exploded. They got the Lich's skull, which almost got fully exploded, but his skull survived. They got it. Bog stuck it in her chest. She's a zombie, she can do that. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's normal. It's okay.
They fought some guys, they went along, they fought some guys they didn't need to fight. One of them they captured. He's being dragged along behind them, I guess. No? Is he riding on the cart? What's going on?
Yeah, no, he's on the cart.
Yeah, he's a bird person. He's a dire owl. He creates people like Jerry Birder by sticking feathers in normal people. However, Jerry Birder is not a normal person. Even before that, he put the feather in himself. Does that sum everything up? Yeah, that's perfect. Everyone know what's going on?
That was perfect.
We got a pet.
Oh, you got a
Nerve.
giant wolf.
Nerve 2.
stallion.
Nerve two.
Nerve 2.
I love him.
A giant wolf that Rory isn't sure what to do with yet.
I think we've taken him up to the top of the watchtower.
Yeah.
Yep. He's
You
up
took
there.
Nerve to the
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
It was really fun watching
He
a
just-
half horse try to go upstairs.
He has
Coming
wolf
back down,
paws,
it's
so
just-
it kind of works. So he's got wolf paws stitched onto the bottom of his stallion legs, and a wolf head stitched onto where his horse head was. So he's pretty agile,
He's
pretty
beautiful.
puppy-like. He enjoys it up here, but he's a little skittish being this high up.
Mhm.
So
And I believe we spied in the distance a house that may or may not be on fire.
yeah, so there's smoke coming from a house off the trail, which is sort of hidden from the main road.
And there's only one person who can find out.
Yeah.
That's right. Nerve 2.
Yeah. Jump.
There's also a bunch of people with carts moving up the road towards Heath, the trading city that they're heading towards.
We've had a bit of a rest up this watchtower.
Yeah.
Has that smoking building seemed any more like it's on fire, or it is just a chimney?
No real change going on there.
I'm gonna guess chimney.
That gives me some confidence.
Yeah.
Now, being Owlkin, I of course have a racial passive ability. What is that?
You can fly a short distance or glide long distances.
Heck yes.
Just before you go flying, what was
Too late. Whoosh! No, go ahead.
What was in the merchant's carts?
You can't see from here.
I can't
It's
see.
a long way
Probably
away.
not corpses.
You guys
Yeah, I was just checking.
You should get a spyglass. That'd be cool.
I really want a spyglass.
Okay.
So I can see what's happening on the battlefield from where I stand.
What if you pull out there was a dead guy at the top of the watchtower. What if you pull out his eye and then look through it?
Is that
I do
doing
that.
Are you gonna,
You see his last moments.
Yeah.
I guess give me a check to see what happens.
Utter failure.
Well, I didn't know what was gonna happen if you did get an
Can I
overwhelming
just
success.
punch his head off accidentally?
It just pops.
This worked last time when I put the rune thing in my eye, so...
Now, it's worth noting that in the last battle, you sort of unlocked some of your inherent race abilities, your
That's
racial
right.
abilities.
We leveled up.
So now, in addition to Jerry Birder being able to fly short distances,
I'm now gifted. At the start of combat, I gain a status. Deal 1 extra damage to 1 foe each turn.
so your damage goes up.
Yeah.
Nice. Until you get another status.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Oh, no! Most of my things are statuses!
Oh, no.
Oh, I chose so poorly!
We'll talk about respecing for some
Nice.
roles later.
That's so good.
See if there's a respec trainer in town. And Jake, what did Gollum?
I got perceptive, so at the start of combat, you can perform an instant spot check to look for traps and tactical advantages.
Okay, and you also have the ability as a Golem to sit still and analyze the area around you and figure out what happened here recently. Detective vision.
I think we decided that that's what happened when you went into T-pose in the last episode, in the middle of the road.
It's figuring
We're
out
analysing
You
what
just
was
stop
going on.
buffering again.
Yeah, you're just buffering.
Now, Bog was human, so
Yeah.
she has the lucky trait, so her skill deck now has an extra excellent attempt card in it. And what trait did you pick as your
I
combat
also
trait?
got gifted because I want maximum damage.
Okay, and you don't have status cards in your deck, so that's probably a good idea
Yeah.
to get that card. Good choice.
Whatever.
Unlike you.
Yeah, we'll see.
And Blake, what did Jackalope Bartleby do?
Wise, obviously.
You're wise, which
means I draw an additional card at the start of combat, but then I discard a card.
Okay, so you're more
So I
likely
just get
to
more
draw good
choice.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's probably what I should know.
Yeah. I also
That would be the wise
I
choice.
also looted a sweet robe that gives me like more movement, so I can run in, cast a spell, run out.
Excellent. Your racial ability lets you see through illusions close to you and lets you conjure illusions in your hand,
Yeah,
including sounds and objects, but not both at the same time. Sorry. I'm sure it's still useful. So, you're looking out from the watchtower over the landscape. You can see. Are you guys going to head down the road, or are you going to go off the beaten path just to avoid everything, or are you going to go for
We're
the
going to
house?
fly now?
Yeah, it sounds to me like everybody wants me to do my magnificent thing. You see, my arms look a bit flabby, but in like a really handsome way. And I stretch my arms out, and I start straining. A lot of what I do is
Why are
straining.
you straining to fly?
Why does everything you do so hard?
And feathers start flopping out.
Oh god, flopping.
Yeah, flopping. And I lean over, and I just kind of I fall off the tower, but then eventually wind catches me, and I
Do
gently...
you have to flap really hard? To...
No, I'm kicking. I'm kicking really wildly, and I'm also screaming.
Is it like evident that this is the first time you've ever done this?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, in most
But-
tabletop RPGs, the game is a power fantasy that lets people fulfill things they always wish they could do. Be someone else. Be
yes.
someone powerful.
This
Uh-huh.
is just power fantasy.
Is this your fantasy?
What's your
This
point?
is as good as it gets.
Just a screaming monster.
No! Oh, I did it, guys! Was that cool?
Yeah!
My jaw just drops. And I start walking back down the watchtower.
That's a good point to end the session.
We just started!
Okay.
We're all just silent, walking
Yeah.
down, just
Shocked.
stunned by what we just
So you're going to
witnessed.
soar towards the house?
I soar
Did you
towards
pick
the
where
house.
you're going to... Okay.
Soar is a bit of a...
Okay,
Stretch of the word.
I
Struggle.
flail,
I slowly fall.
Swim in midair.
drown in midair, actually.
Yes.
I land on the roof of the burning of the house.
Okay.
That
It's quite a way away, so you're gliding for a while
Okay.
across the things. As you get closer to it, you can sort of see that the fire looks like it's coming through the chimney, but it may now also be burning the chimney as well. It's been unattended for a while by the looks of things. Quite a while. And this beside the house is just a huge pile of firewood, so this guy's just got a fire well supplied, I guess. The guy in question seems to be lying down flat on the ground in front of the house. He's like a big, muscly guy, like real big for a human. Almost the size of Jake's golden character. Not real Jake. And
That's a big
and you see you land on the roof. do
Yeah.
you? Okay. It smells a little bit like death. Death and fire over here.
smells like my aura.
It just smells like me and
Death and fire, yeah.
Wait, they got here quick. I look around for the
What
rest
took
of
you
my
so
group.
long? We've been here.
Hey, question, can you make up the alchemy?
If you stick your feathers in.
I don't think I can. I can't make other owlkin, right? Because I'm
No,
not a
you
dire
can't.
owl.
Only dire owls can make owlkin.
But he's a special one. He pricked himself.
Just because he's a self-pricker doesn't mean that he has special abilities in that
I
regard.
don't love that phrase.
I do. I think that's great.
I'm a self-made bird, okay? That's what I am. So yeah, I'm on the roof. I decide I'm gonna maybe be quiet and just watch this really buff dude.
I feel like that
It
was
sounded wrong. What I meant is like voyeuristically look at him.
he's lying face down.
Does he look healthy?
He looks a little bit emaciated, and he is not moving at all. He's completely still. Are you gonna send a message back to Bob through your telepathic?
Oh yeah.
Shit, we're just
We're just on the road, right?
Bog.
What?
I think I found a friend of yours.
Who's speaking right now?
Who's that? What's that voice?
Huh?
New rune, who does?
It's me, Jerry.
Oh, hey, what's up?
I found a dead guy. I think.
Okay.
He's really buff.
How buff?
Super buff.
Okay,
but
okay.
also kind of emaciated.
Do those things work in tandem?
Somehow, yeah, it really works.
Buff emaciated.
Okay.
I don't know how biology works.
Jerry knows bird biology.
It's also really smoky here.
Okay.
Y'all should come down and check it out.
We go.
Okay.
Do
You would.
pick up my cart and start walking.
I
You've got a
wanna
giant
try
wolf.
and-
Oh, so you're carrying the cart.
You're damn right I am.
Okay.
Do you want to? Oh wait.
You don't want to give the wolf a job?
No. Nerve is free.
Or Nerve 2.
Apparently nerve is free.
Okay.
Nerve can make his own choices.
He had like some harnesses or something on,
He had
right?
harnesses. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was the one pulling the cart.
Okay,
before.
but we've ripped those off, right? So now
Yeah.
you're pulling the cart. The golem is pulling the cart.
So you got some cool leather
Of my
strap
own
armor.
And
free will.
And the thing that was a pack mule basically is just prancing around free.
It's just a pet now.
Yeah.
So where's
whoa, party member, not
Yeah.
pet.
You captured a dire owl.
Value.
Yeah.
What
and
are you doing with that guy?
He's just chained up on top of the cart at the moment.
Chained up?
And
Okay.
we've put a muzzle around his beak so he can't speak.
Perfect. That
I've-
saves
I've-
me
I've-
doing any NPC talk. That's it.
I've frisked him like several times, just every couple of minutes, just in
Just in case you
just
He
in
does something
case,
else? He
yeah.
does something else?
He has lots of pockets.
There's so many pockets.
As we're walking, I'm pulling out limbs from the cart and trying to attach them to my body,
And see if they
just to see if it works.
Can you give me a skill check to
Yeah.
attach limbs to your body?
Overwhelming success.
So I guess you attach it and it can't come off now. No. So you play around with the limbs for a bit, just like a normal
Yeah.
3-year-old does.
Just sticking
Like
them into my
3-day-olds.
neck and stuff like spider arms.
So at one point you pull off one of your own arms and put another arm on there, and surprisingly you just manage to reattach it and it works.
Whoa!
And now you've got like this one muscly arm.
Yes!
You're one buff but emaciated arm.
Awesome.
I think I see you guys in the distance, but I don't realize it's you guys because I see some undead thing covered in limbs. Guys, you better hurry! There's like some zombie spider. Got a cool pet.
You've found that, although that's the only one that you're able to like reattach, it seems like it's got the right matching nerve endings, or maybe a relative of yours or something, I don't know. But
Is that now like a weapon that she can just interchange?
Yeah, can I swap my arms out like a Swiss Army knife?
I guess.
I'm thinking like mid-battle, if you want to heal like 6 health points,
Yes.
you just
Yeah.
cover your armor.
Yeah, put on a fresh one.
Yeah.
Put on a couple of freshies and you'll be fine.
I mean,
Can she put
I
her head
guess.
onto a headless corpse?
Yeah, could I
Okay.
do that?
can you put what?
Wait, can you swap your arm with another head and then you've got 2 heads?
Wait, I pull off my arm and
Oh,
put the lich
possibilities.
onto my shoulder and see if I can attach it.
The lich says that that's not how it works.
You don't know
Um,
until you try.
It seems after some experimentation that you can only attach. This arm seems to be the only one compatible.
Okay.
But it does feel like kind of like it's a different health pool. Is that a thing?
Wow.
So yes, you've
It's a
now
healthy
got
arm.
while you're carrying this arm, this is effectively a health potion
Oh, cool.
that can recover 5 hit points.
What?
If you lose your arm, you can now grab this other
Okay,
arm and put
this
it
is
on.
the best
It
thing
doesn't
ever.
work on your party members, just to be clear.
What if
well,
I rip
you
their
have
arm?
to try.
Cool.
I guess that's how science works, right?
Yeah, that
We're
sounds
learning
right,
a lot
yeah.
about biology this session. Okay. Do you want to leave any arms attached to yourself? I mean, you can
Just for
kind of stick them in
decoration.
there. Just,
Yeah.
Do you want to look
Yeah.
like a spider person?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You
Just
know.
look more terrifying.
Yeah.
Like two little.
Yeah, because I
small
have a lot of
people's
holes in my
arms.
rib cage. Yeah, little baby arms.
Specifically baby.
I should clarify, there were no babies on that battlefield.
But yeah, you've got all these baby arms.
Man, going into town is going to go so well.
There were arms like Blake's character, which are smaller than normal people.
Yeah.
So.
In other words, baby arms.
Wait, did I mention I'm baby size? Like a foot tall.
Great.
That's not biology. Okay.
That's why I have
So-
that really top hat.
Sorry, so we're going along the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my place. Oh gosh.
We're at the burning house,
You're
maybe.
at the burning house.
With the buff emaciated guy.
And a pile of corpses and a
So-
bound Alkin.
So you get to the house, and as you get closer, you can see that the guy lying on the ground is definitely dead. Starting to rot away, but relatively fresh in the grand scheme of things. It looks like his mouth was open, sort of. And the house looks like the door has just been like jimmied open, and you can see stuff broken inside. There's a bird person on the roof.
Okay, I'm gonna.
It's turning
Verifiable.
Hey, I didn't notice you. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna like sit down and meditate and use my racial ability to figure out what happened.
Okay.
You mean strike a T-pose?
I stand up straight with T-pose and rocks start flying around me.
You start screeching.
So you observe what's in front of you. It looks like there wasn't a struggle. Looks like there were no wounds on this guy. It almost looks like he just fell asleep and didn't get back up. There was someone here, footsteps relatively light, probably somewhere between dryad and human-sized, probably female if it was human, or male if it was imp or dryad, in terms of depth of indentations in the ground.
Baby.
No baby feet.
I think these are baby.
Here's the owners of these arms.
And something does stand out to you, which is there's some magical energy coming from the ring on the guy's finger.
Okay, I grab the ring.
Okay, you've got the ring.
Well, can I? The
Plus
question
one
is, can I put it on because my fingers are stone and huge?
You can probably put it on your little pinky stone finger.
First I relay the information to everyone else so everyone knows what's going on.
Oh, that ring.
Ignore Jerry and put the ring on my finger.
Rude.
The rest of you watch as he puts the ring on his finger and then just keels over face first on the ground. There's a moment of just complete silence, and then he starts snoring golemly,
Whoa.
like earthily.
I take the ring off of him. Does he wake up?
He wakes up as soon as you take the ring off. You
No,
guys
you
have...
can sleep.
Didn't realize I could sleep.
Is it the first time you've ever slept?
Yeah, I was having a dream, I guess is what they'd call it.
What was in the dream?
I was just smashing this bird person over and over.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
What did he look like?
Give me the ring back.
No
and we'll
way,
go.
no. Can I hold on to the ring?
You can hold on. Do you want to put it? Do you want to equip it?
You could wear it as a necklace.
Why would I equip it?
Just fall asleep again. It was a good dream. Let me find where I
I
put
kind of want to put it on the... No, I'm going to keep it.
You gonna keep
You
it?
could like stealth it onto someone in combat.
Yeah,
so
I
they
was
fall
thinking maybe
asleep.
I could put on that owl prisoner.
Yeah, then we don't have to worry about
But
it.
I don't know, like, I want to get the ring examined first because I don't trust
Things
Yeah.
that make you randomly fall asleep.
Yeah.
Probably not trustworthy.
Oh, more that, like, what if we give it to the wrong person, they suddenly gain all this power?
Yeah. Do you think that the ring was on this guy and he just fell asleep and just never woke up?
Oh.
Or
That would be my guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
thinking.
fully died from it? Or just slept for 1,000 years and then died?
Also, like, with the people's tracks, do you guys want to follow them, or should we just ignore this?
Where would the tracks go?
Before we deal with the tracks,
Go in the house.
Bog,
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
this looks like a buff arms on that guy.
Oh. I pull out my axe.
They are a little emaciated, but I think you could get some use out of them.
Okay, give me a check to see if you can successfully surgically remove this arm in a way.
Worthy attempt.
That's not going to be able to good enough. You chop the arm off, stick it on, and nothing
Just
happens.
falls
Just
off.
flops off. Here is your nightmare binding. Just
Nightmare binding.
Name
That
Right.
sounds great.
it's like the One Ring, except instead of making you go invisible, you go to sleep. So
While we're looking at the house is still on fire, right?
it looks like the fire has just been burnt out. The fireplace is burning away, but
Okay.
it's not like the whole house is on fire. It's contained at the moment.
As a storm shroud, do I have control over water?
You have some degree of control, yes.
Can I try and, like, summon a little cloud to put the fire out?
Summoning it out of the air is a bit tricky. You might, if you can find some water in the house, you can.
I
Inside
do
it.
have to relieve myself.
What about blood?
No.
Yeah, can he draw moisture out of someone's body?
Yeah. Could I smash the guy's...
I can draw moisture out of someone's body.
Hey.
Shine.
You can smash the guy and I guess use his blood to put out the fire.
Yeah, so...
Somehow that's less gross.
Just
I'll
wring him out like a
go
dish
up
towel.
Yeah, I'll pick him up and flug him out like a dish towel and then move that blood and put out the fire.
Can you give me a check to do that? I guess.
Sure.
The next column that comes along and detectives this area is going to go, what the heck? Error does not compute.
I fumble. So I just smash the guy.
You just pulped that guy.
You say he's on fire now.
You just make the fire bigger.
Yeah.
What colour was your skin before you pulped the guy in your arms?
It was grey, but if it's...
Now you're red.
Now I'm red, I'm going to wear it with pride.
Nice.
So I have experience dealing with fire.
I mean,
Yeah, good point.
questionable experience. Most of it's setting yourself on fire.
I'd like to. I'll get out an empty flask and I'd like to coax the fire into my flask.
Give me a skill check.
Worthy attempt.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You're pretty skilled with fire.
Pretty skilled with fire.
Try to use people's.
Now have I got a bottle of fire?
No, that's not how regular fire works. It's not a magical fire.
You have a bottle of fire, but then it runs out of oxygen. And
Yes,
Oh, yeah!
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Science.
For a moment.
Great. For a moment, I'm like, look
Yeah.
at this, and then look, guys,
And we just see it's an empty bottle. Yeah, good job.
If we need lightning in a bottle, you've probably got it, Jake.
Yeah.
But
I guess we examine the house.
yeah, so it looks like someone's just not with much haste, but sort of like tipped out the house looking for stuff. And they have pulled out what looks like a giant glass case, which had something in it. It looks like there was a slot in the floorboards where this thing was hidden. They pulled it out, smashed it, and taken out whatever was inside, and disappeared again. Their footsteps go back out at the path and towards the main road.
Not to beat a dead horse, but can I meditate again and see what...
You better not touch our nerve.
everyone stand back. He's striking the T-pose again.
So again, you do the meditation, and as I described, that's pretty much what happened. You see that from the indentations that it looks, and from the height of this person, seeing as they clearly like pulled stuff down from upper ledges, that they were about the height of a human, so it's probably a human.
I was specifically trying to examine what they were grabbing.
It looks long and cylindrical, but you can't tell it any more than that. A slight metallic hint to it.
I tell the party that somebody came in here and got a long steel rod thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else did you find out?
Yeah. I didn't want
Okay.
to stay that long.
Why are you red now?
No, I've seen a rock change color like that.
Do we care about this, or should we just go to the city?
Are the footprints heading in the direction of the city?
They are.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
it all works
I think we should
out.
go to the city.
Well,
Okay,
on the
yeah.
way out, I'll do a quick frisk of the house.
Is that what you call it? Just looking for stuff to risk.
You often just find yourself touching things, don't you?
You look around the house. Give me a check to see what you can find.
Excellent attempt.
You find some gold pieces.
Oh, yes.
You have 2 ducats. Cool.
Also, just...
Just write that down on there. Because I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. Also,
Pocket
like,
ducats.
I want to gather up some, like, rocks into a bag. A small bag.
Okay. What?
Yeah,
okay,
what?
Sure.
I have plans.
Okay.
And you could only do this at a house.
Well, I mean, I could do it on the road, but I'll do it now while we're...
There aren't many
While
rocks
we're on the
lying around.
way.
It's a pretty like.
As we're
You find some rocks.
walking down,
Yeah.
I just want to gather up some rocks.
Hey, where'd you get that bag?
At the cart.
Do you want to make some?
Covered in blood.
Are there any red rocks?
They're just rocks, doesn't matter.
Okay,
Doesn't matter what rocks they
We
are.
could dye them if you wanted.
Well, I was going to do this because I've got this illusion thing, right?
Oh.
And I was going to
Oh.
hold out this bag of rocks, and I go, oh, now it's gold inside, look at that. And then you go, here you go, trader, here's a bag of gold. And then I walk away with the goods.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't you just make the bag itself also?
No, because I can only do it like in the a short vicinity of me.
So
Uh-huh.
basically, in his hand, he has the illusion.
Yeah, in my hand,
Mm.
and he looks inside, and it looks like gold. I
So
give him.
close the bag up.
Yeah.
Give it back to him.
You could just make an illusion of the person. And just be like, check
It's
it out, I've got a
kind of
tiny
illusion.
version of you and I'll crush it if you don't give me your thing.
I mean, I'll try that if the.
Yeah, if the gold thing doesn't work,
That's
we've
plan
got
B.
options, yeah. Okay, so we follow the footsteps. Is that
Okay.
good with everyone?
They merge with the road, which has just heaps of foot traffic on it. So you've basically lost the trail at this point. But whoever this woman was, she was definitely heading towards Heath.
Woman
Same way you
or
Oh
male?
no, you
Or
figure
maybe-
out from inside. You figured out that it is a human female,
Okay.
or at least someone with the height and weight and just
Okay,
pretty much.
It's a human female.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Does Nav have any like tracking abilities?
yeah.
No, even your sense of smell is inferior to everyone else's.
You can only smell rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're pretty good at. Yeah.
So
Who knows?
No.
So he's overwhelmed by the cart
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably need some training.
Okay. That's what we're gonna spend this whole episode
Yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah. Sit, sit,
Um,
sit.
Set up a
You
camp.
can. There are some objects that definitely have this person's scent on them, so you can try giving him the scent and see if he can.
Let's do that. I do that.
Who knows if it will work? Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we just find some torn cloth inside. Yeah, okay.
Something. Wherever the most scent of this person is. Yeah.
Go no
He
go.
also, while you guys are leaving the house, he grabs the arm of the guy that you took off and is now his true toy.
Good,
As
good.
we travel, I'm like throwing limbs for him to play fetch with.
So you travel along the road now. There are other merchants and the like moving along the road, but they seem to be avoiding the heck out of you.
Is it the corpse cart?
Is it the giant golem covered in blood?
Is it the horrifying bird man?
Is it the
Where's the
spider
horrifying
zombie?
bird man?
Is it the walking zombie?
Is it the guy who always sets himself on fire?
You're the most normal.
It's so weird. I've never been used to this. I've never been in this situation where I'm the most normal person. It's so weird. I'm walking ahead, all confident.
There is one person in front of you who, as you walk, you slowly catch up with. He seems to just be going slower than everyone else. People are overtaking him. He also looks like he's carrying a cart full of wood.
You want to trade?
You go up to him and ask you what's trade. He
Yeah,
sort
trade cards?
of,
The whole
he
cart?
he turns around and says, "Oh, young man, nice of you to talk to me."
Jesus Christ.
I mean, hello.
That was involuntary.
There must have been a bird somewhere. Oh. You look him in the eyes and see that he's just completely blind. So that's why he likes you.
Can we take his wood?
No.
He's blind.
A blind man, huh?
I
Robbing a
mean,
blind
We
man.
have we have some
Yeah, well,
fantastic.
we're blind.
We have some fantastic venison in the cart here that we've been out hunting. and
Are you hustling this man, this blind old man?
we've
With corpses.
we're trappers, you know, we're hunters, and we've kind of too good at hunting, and in fact, and we've sort of like got a little too much for our cart here. We're looking to offload some of this for a cheaper than normal price.
Unrelated. How's your sense of smell?
he sniffs the air and is like, smells a bit fragrant.
I know,
I'll stand in front of the cart so he just smells the blood.
Reminds me of my old wife's cooking. Yes. Okay. Well, when we get to town, I'll have some coin from selling this lumber. And
Well, we could do a trade.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, why not? I mean, like, we could trade our whole carts, to be honest.
No. I need to bring the coin back. The grandchildren, you understand?
You can't see my illusion of gold. Damn.
Smell this bag.
It smells like rocks.
Why are we doing this?
Money.
You hear the Lich's voice in your head. Oh, I've got the eyes working, and this is the first thing I see. What are you doing?
I'm not robbing a blind guy.
This is well, you can't hear
Oh, okay.
anything. This is straight up in Jackalow's head.
Why is he talking to me? Why are you my conscience?
You clearly don't have one.
The Dark Lord of this world. My conscience.
This is one of my citizens that you're treating like. To the rest of you, Jackalow starts whispering to himself.
Yeah, I think this deal is done. Like, the Lich, once again, cutting into my business.
Are you guys just going to keep on walking past?
Yeah, I'm giving up.
You're picking up the pace.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was your name?
Let me check my document.
He's got a braille document. He's very forgetful.
Clint. Clint's my name.
Clint who?
Just Clint.
Thanks, Clint.
Alright, see you around.
Bye.
Smell you around.
Smell you later.
See
blind.
you later.
That's a little offensive, but I'll let it go because we're friends.
Oh my god.
Do we tell him our names?
No.
No, we're...
He doesn't. He's gonna smell us. He'll be fine.
He'll smell us coming.
He'll be. Trust me. He'll be able to identify the smell.
So, what did I miss? The Lich says in your head, because you've got a cart full of corpses here, and
Yeah, we're just doing the Lord's work.
Bog's a spider now.
Yep.
With one big arm.
Great. Great.
One big arm and two baby arms.
Are you talking to someone? I'm confused. What's going on here?
Actually, is there anything you could tell us about this town that we're wandering into? Just between you and me, I'm a little bit worried about walking into a town with a cart full of corpses.
I mean,
We've not seen any other corpse carts on the road.
Starting
why
to
should
doubt
I?
yourself.
Why should I be helping you? No, you'll be fine.
This is why I was trying to get rid of this cart
Oh,
of corpses.
I didn't make that connection.
Oh, and also I was going to sell it for money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get rid of the corpse cart, we could just like park it
We
here
could get rid of it.
and just keep walking.
Oh,
Well, no, I mean, I think we're into this now. I think.
Okay, we're committed.
Yeah, we're committed.
There's no going back on this corpse card idea, guys.
Yep. I mean, I'm not gonna tell this like 9-foot golem what to do. He wants to bring this
carry
corpse
my
cart.
corpse cart
Yeah.
with a chained up Alkin into the city.
It's because the Alkin told you to do it, and you said
Yeah, this is all
I'm not gonna do it.
proving a point.
But
I'm
now
doing it out of spite.
Yeah.
100%.
So, is there anything you can tell us about this town? Maybe welcoming to
the
a
Lich-
corpse cart.
The Lich thinks for a little while and says, yeah, why don't you just go talk to one of the guards, ask for Seth or Ava. I'm sure they can point you in the right direction.
Okay, so that means we don't talk to the guards.
I was going to walk up straight to the guards and say, hey sir, Golem here, dropping off the corpse cart.
Oh, that might work.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Or Just okay. We're stopping. We see the gates, and we're just stopping like 100 foot from the gates. We're like, okay.
Let's get our story straight, guys.
Before we go ahead with this. Okay, I like your plan. It's a good plan. I'm not saying it's bad or terrible or wrong, but I've tapped into this ability to like create illusions.
Yeah.
I could sit in the cart.
Make it look like bread.
Yeah. Not a giant loaf.
Just one piece
But
of bread.
just, yeah. But, a cart full of baked goods.
What are you going to do with the Alkin?
He's part of the illusion.
Okay.
He's covered by the illusion.
He's muzzled.
Yeah.
You could
So-
put the ring on him and he could also be another body.
Yeah. So we could do that. As a plan B, unless you really want to go ahead with this corpse cart plot.
I just think we're 50 meters out.
I mean, they're looking at us.
I know. I feel like we're at the gate.
Yeah.
If like two huge corpse golems at the gate, just looking at you guys.
Oh, wait, they're corpse
Yeah,
golems?
they need these.
Corpse
Yeah.
golems.
Oh, we're probably good then. All right, never mind. Maybe I was being too cautious.
But guys,
It's
those
on me.
golems are better
It's on
corpses.
me.
I think we're fine.
It's on-
Just this once, because there were Alkin, I'm going to pretend that
Oh no. You can't even say it.
someone in the party is my master.
Oh yeah. Oh, that feels good.
No.
To pass this juncture.
Okay.
I sit in the cart and I go onward, onward, slave.
And so
I look back at you
You stupid slave.
and let you,
Turn around.
let you know that you're on thin
My
ice.
goodness, what an ugly slave. Why are you so red?
Can I
Dirty, dirty slave.
Awful.
can I use my illusion to disguise myself?
you
As a corpse.
can not. No. You might be able to like give yourself a moustache, but you can't
do
change
that.
your whole appearance.
Give yourself a moustache.
You change
I already have a moustache, but I'll give myself a bigger moustache.
Slightly, it's only a
You
little
take
bit
away your
bigger.
mustache.
Take it away. No.
I do like
You take
Clean
away
shaven man just
it's
pipes
like-
through here.
It's like a
It's Batman
tarot.
versus Superman
Yeah.
CGI.
Yeah, it's like the Batman CGI. You bleed.
Where they CGI'd off Henry Cavill's moustache.
I did not know
Yeah.
about this.
It
It's
looks
so-
like Jack Lowe's moustache.
You'll notice
Look
it.
like-
I need to see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. I put a disguise on.
The golem.
Where did he go?
Don't worry, it's me.
One of the flesh golems holds up a big, fleshy, three-fingered hand.
I high five him.
What's up, my brother?
I'm afraid he doesn't respond in any way,
Aw.
but at least he didn't leave him hanging. And he
That would be terrible.
he says, "Who do you serve?"
The Lich.
I mean, immediately, who is your superior?
Oh.
Jerry.
Jerry.
We just point.
Behold!
And the golem sort of gets down to your height, but meaning it's bending down to about half its height. It's even taller than your party's golem, so it bends right down, looks you in the eyes, and says, "Who do you serve, Alkin?
The people.
Who is your dire owl?"
Weird story about that one, actually.
We forgot to ask her name.
Oh shit! Can I remember what the me as the player have forgotten, but can I remember what the skull told me to ask for? It was
Seth.
Seth.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna whisper.
I'm brain connect.
All
yeah,
right,
we have the,
I'll whisper to you.
yeah,
Seth,
and I'll
then you.
use the rune to
Okay.
Seth.
Seth? Seth. Seth. Love that guy or girl.
Or
Sexy girl.
entity.
Girl. Love that girl.
The golem stares at you for a uncomfortably long time before grabbing you on the shoulder and says, "I will take you to her herald then."
Good.
Picks you up and off you guys go.
Thank
We just
you.
left
Wait, what are we doing? He's picked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's picked up.
Are
The
we
golem
following?
is assuming you are following
Right,
by the
follow.
looks of things.
With my corpse cart.
With your corpse cart.
Cool.
Off we go.
How hidden did you put the Birdman in the back?
Oh, yeah, he's like under corpses.
Okay.
He's suffocating right
Yeah.
now.
He's slowly.
Yeah.
He's
He
dead.
can
He's a
breathe.
corpse now.
But
He's got a beak sticking.
So as you move through the town looks full of life. People are out in the streets. People are celebrating. They're having food. There's stalls with food and treats
and we
and
can
ribbons.
about the corpses.
They want this. Didn't we figure this out? Like it's a corpse
Yeah,
golem.
this
So
is
we're
where we
good.
should be, right?
Yeah.
These people are not. The people in the street that are
Yeah.
celebrating are human imps and so on. So it's worth noting.
Anyway,
They are a little put off by the corpse cart, but not by much. The kids are still jumping on the cart, playing around, jumping off.
Get off my cart! You damn kids! I'll steal your arms!
You can't really see this. The golem is kind of just holding you up in front of you, just half your height off the ground, just
Okay.
suspended
This
there.
feels
This is
uncomfortable.
rough treatment.
Um,
I feel like we're in trouble.
Nah, it's fine.
you
I'm just in case, I'm really readying an egg.
Great.
Feel it.
you hear someone yelling out to the crowds, "Place your bets! Place your bets!" You see like a whole school of kids. There's a headmistress clearly in the lead being, "Come on along, kids! Not too long till it starts."
What's the betting? Can I
Are you gonna?
can I look over and see? I don't want to move too far from these guys because
Yeah, you're already moving away from
Ah.
it. The crowds are pretty thick, so
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to get over and back.
Does it look like we're walking towards a coliseum by any chance?
There is some sort of castle at the centre of the town that you guys are making your way towards, but the golem turns off to the side and goes off down the side street, and you sort of leave the main thoroughfare. People give it a wide berth in front, so as you pass down the other sort of the streets seem to be a sort of spiderweb formation, and every time you go through a main street, everyone sort of stands back to let the golem pass.
Yes.
And
My
then you
constituents. Hello.
cut.
Lovely to see you all.
Suppose you're not handing out flyers being
I don't have any. I'm not organized.
You hear the
feathers.
This is a grassroots campaign. I just have grassroots.
You hear the lich in your head. Is this really your plan
I'm
for
working on it.
political change?
I'm just gonna find some donors and we'll be good.
Well, let me know if you want some help.
I would love some help.
Well, firstly, can you just grab my skull?
Oh, right, no. No. I don't need any help right now.
Does the
You're
lich
going to need my
feel
help at some
pain?
point. You haven't experimented, so you don't know.
I'm gonna file that one away for later.
So you make your way
Two
to...
tiny little holes.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez. You can assume there's a threshold where it just stops being...
Not a skull
Yeah,
anymore.
Not anymore, and then he's free.
Yeah.
So you make your way to an area that is empty of people, but there are a bunch of zombies milling around, and all around there are just piles of corpses. And it smells... Bonk looks pleased.
Like a kid in a candy store.
It smells pretty bad, but there are people sort of working on the piles. And you're dropped. The Jerry Birder is dropped on the ground.
Ow.
And the golem booms out. Someone to see Seth. A figure in
Dust myself off a little bit.
a figure
Myself
in
looking
a
presentable.
red robe with a
You recently juiced a man. I know that look.
and a blank white mask comes up to you and says, "I'm Seth's herald. What have you come to the city for?"
Your usual delivery of body pieces and slaves.
Was it necessary to bring the golem here?
Yes.
You
work with
give me a charm thing. Just
Fumble.
Yeah.
Go ahead and try that again.
Okay.
Overwhelming success.
Yay!
Yes, it was. Very necessary.
The completely blank mask just stares at you with an expression that, despite having no facial expressions, is clearly confusion and annoyance, and then just says, "Fine, put them over there."
My golem wishes to speak. No, that golem.
You hit him with a little stick.
Oh, we have a traitor in the back.
Oh yeah, also my lovely slave has reminded me we have a traitor in the back.
What?
We found a dire owl that was broken free of the Lich's thrall and was recruiting rebels. And we want money for him.
And recruiting votes.
Yeah, and you kept talking about a democratic election, and I was thinking, that's a good idea. I mean, that's a bad idea.
The figure moves around to the back of the cart and sort of lifts a hand, and the dire owl is just lifted telekinetically out of the cart and just drops on the ground beside it. The herald bends down and grabs the dire owl by its beak, pokes it around left and right, and says, "We'll take it."
Cool. I just gotta grab something off of him real quick. He proposed earlier.
Did you?
And I
Did we give him the ring? I don't think we did.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but Jerry thought we did.
Yeah. No.
He
He
just
just
like,
It's here.
I was
romantic.
assuming he was asleep the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Across the
we've
room.
knocked him out. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, he's not conscious.
Right.
We wouldn't have let that slide.
The figure just grabs him and lifts him up. He sort of floats just behind him, just dragging him along the ground, and the figure just walks away, ignoring you guys completely.
Cool.
The golem just
our
stands-
gold, please.
Oh man,
Our
don't push
payment
it.
for services
Oh,
rendered.
don't push it.
We barely
Can
scraped
you give me
by
another
now.
challenge here?
Yeah.
See if you can
Oh,
knock
let me
this person
Let me
off.
just shuffle this
Yeah.
a little bit
Here.
here.
That overwhelming success.
Yeah,
back
gotta
in.
get that
Slide it around the
back
top.
I'm just readying for combat.
in there. I'm readying an egg.
Drinking a potion.
Worthy attempt.
You gonna try and improve that at all?
Why not?
Okay, your last chance.
This could make it worse.
It can't make it worse.
Okay.
It's the best of the two.
Fumble.
Can we help?
It turns
or-
around and says, "Don't push your luck," and walks off.
I do finger guns.
Okay, the cart has been taken away by the giant flesh golem.
I think that went really well, guys.
I think it did, yeah.
I dropped my disguise.
Your mustache comes back.
Yes. Whoa! Where did you go?
Where'd you come from?
So the golem, flesh golem has left you guys alone. It's carried the cart off somewhere.
Okay, I say we walk out of this area.
Yep.
And then quickly turn down an alley, and then whack Jeremy on the head.
Who's Jeremy?
Look, I don't.
It's
care
just a
letting
street
him
urchin.
Poor Jeremy.
So after the whacking, they take 1 damage, I guess.
Jerry.
in. Jerry, I whacked Jerry on the head.
Ow.
What's the plan now?
Why are you here again?
You called me a slave, man.
So the reason you've come to this town is to get transport,
Ah.
safe transport, and probably papers and stuff to get it out of the city and head
Oh.
north.
What qualifies as transport? Like a cart?
Well,
Like a
Wolf by a golem.
What?
That we just gave away?
We had a cart, and then we had something to pull the cart, and we just
No,
gave it
Nerb
away.
is still here, right? We
Yeah,
still
Nerb is still
Okay.
with you. Nerb is you're riding. I'm assuming you're riding Nerb.
Yeah, I'm
or-
dangling arms in front of his head to make him
nice.
I guess we need to buy a cart now.
So the main thing you need.
An empty one though. That one was full of corpses.
The main thing you need is papers, some sort of
Yeah.
valid reason to be traveling, especially as
Oh,
you're
man.
going into the more heavily guarded towns.
Do we know-
No one cares about this town, which is why it's only got a couple of flesh golems out front. But
Do we know kind of what's required to get papers like that?
you know that your trading friends from the past have had papers like that. Many of them eventually got caught. That if they were fake, they need to be up to date. but it basically means you need a reason to be working for the Lich to be travelling between towns. Travelling out into the countryside is fine, but if you're going from town to town, then you need some good reasoning.
I feel like we're gonna need money for this.
Money is
Bag of
a
rocks.
good word.
You have also got 2 ducats.
Yep.
And I heard about some gambling on the way through. And you know me, I love me some risky gambling. You know me, right?
I say we rob a store.
So,
Store? I mean, sure, why not?
What? No!
No? I'll just do what everyone else
We
does,
should
guys.
keep a low profile.
Yeah, we should definitely keep a low profile until we're about to leave, and then a high profile.
Yeah, then we
I'm
just
like
like...
Then we'll rob the stores.
I'm
Then
like
we'll rob all
a
the stores.
7-foot golem covered in blood.
Yeah, so...
Can I illusion?
no.
Make look like a normal person.
You have a moustache.
So far, no one has, other than the guard out front, no one has stopped you or questioned
Yeah.
you. As you're walking through the city, people are keeping you a wide berth, people are looking you up and down, but no one's like,
Alright.
stop those clearly resistance fighters.
So do slaves or, like, undead soldiers need papers, or is it just whoever's, like,
It
commanding
seems like
them?
whoever's commanding them.
Okay, so probably just papers for you two, right?
Well, we could just say Jerry is our boss, and he's the only one then that needs papers, and we're just all his servants.
I do certainly feel like I'm the boss.
Colin, do you want to hit him again? He's got that look on your face.
This time it's an uppercut.
That's another one hit point.
What? Yeah, good luck getting healed in the next fight.
So let's
Say that one more time.
let's check out that gambling first, because I think we do need
Okay,
money.
so are you going to head to where the crowds are
I think we should.
shooting?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got 2 coins.
2 ducats.
2 ducats.
So
And a ring.
the
Oh, yeah.
laughter and joy only intensifies as you follow the crowds to the large castle-like building in the city middle. The Lich, you 3 hear the Lich in your head. See, this is what the Resistance was fighting against. My empire is one of security and joy. Look at these people. How can you fight this happiness? So you...
I'm glad I'm not hearing him in my head.
you guys just ignore the Lich.
The Lich is a pretty swell guy. you
Yeah,
know?
I'm starting to turn here. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, I don't know.
The gates...
I think we all join the Lich
I think my
now.
vote is getting flipped.
The gates of the castle are open. You can see that as a full-sized castle as you get closer, and the crowds are pouring in. It's squeezing to find space. It's a pretty tight fit in here. It seems like half the town's in here.
I just stop a random passerby and go, "Hey, we just arrived in town. What's going on?"
Can you give me a charm check to see if you
Oh,
can
God.
convince them to stop? Because everyone's pretty
Worthy attempt.
worthy attempt. It's just over there. We're gonna miss it if we're late. Come on. He takes your hand and like pulls you in.
Okay.
I just pick up both these guys and put them on my shoulder and then just start walking.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
great.
So,
Great.
Rude.
where's the
Make that a start.
wolf stallion?
Even bushier.
If I'm up on your shoulder, I guess the wolf's... No.
I figured you'd just still be riding.
Oh,
the-
yeah, okay. I'll
Yeah.
write Nerve. Do you
Oh,
want
so
to put
I'm
Nerve
on
on
your
your
shoulder.
shoulders?
Okay. Onward, slave. Yes, onward.
You know,
I regret this already.
You stupid golem.
you know how birds shit all over statues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry's not on me anymore.
Do you want to come on, Nerve? Get up here.
Yes.
There you go. So you managed to get through the gate. I think being a giant blood-soaked golem and a giant wolf stallion makes it a little bit easier. You get a little bit more space. And from the top you can see that in the centre of the courtyard of this castle structure is a gibbet. And there is it is a thing where you have a noose and you put people up on it and then you take away their standing.
Gotcha.
And they die. And all the crowds are cheering and excited.
Ooh, they're playing Hangman.
Yes.
Do you want to turn?
E.
And yeah, it looks like there's about to be a hanging. A man is pulled up there. He doesn't have a hood over his head or anything like that. There's an executioner wearing a similar white, featureless mask behind them, but wearing a big black robe.
We don't
And-
recognize him, do we, from Resistance?
Bog, you're the only one who's spent a reasonable amount of time with the Resistance.
Couple days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Can you
My
give me a
best
check
friend.
to see if you remember this person?
Is it? Can you describe them? Are they human?
They are human, relatively young.
I don't care about them
brownish
anymore.
hair.
No, no.
Okay.
Excellent
You're fine.
attempt.
Excellent attempt.
Yeah.
You do remember seeing this person. He was one of the spies for the Resistance, but you don't know any more about him.
If he's part of the Resistance, then he's my best friend.
You've got a new group of friends now.
Everything goes quiet as the executioner Black speaks with a guttural voice. For crimes against the kingdom and conspiracy to throw the almighty Lich Lord Ahul, you, Jelen, are to be hung from the neck until dead. A woman in the crowd yells out, Jelen, tell them you didn't do it! Swear your loyalty! The young boy on the gibbet shakes his head as the noose is put around his dead neck. No, Mama. The Lich took D from us. I will never. His words are cut. His words and life are cut short
Aw.
as the executioner kicks the platform away from under him before
Can
he
we
can
do anything
even-
before it happens?
Do you want to?
Should we-
I wanna do
Is the
something.
things kicked from under him?
I shout out, does
I
anyone
throw an
want to see a
arm.
show?
Throw an arm!
I
You
throw
throw
an arm
at the rope, or so the executioners
I
are
thought
in the process of kicking the thing from under him.
Yeah, to try and get a nerve to just like lose control and run up there like I've just lost control of my mount by accident.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm distancing myself.
But I'm still on nerve.
It's just an instinct. I rip my arm off and I throw no!
Can you give me a vigor check to throw your arm towards the?
Fumble.
Are you going to use a vigor card to re-roll it?
Yeah.
As she throws the arm, I just pick up some dirt and start throwing it as well. Just trying to make her, like, throwing tomatoes and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent attempt.
Excellent attempt.
Yeah.
I managed to produce an egg. I throw it.
Yeah, we can swing that. We can like make it seem like we're actually trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill the non-believer!
The
Yeah.
rebel.
The arm flies onto the stage and lands with a thud, just as the executioner kicks away the storm.
Ah.
Jelen grabs the rope at his throat and struggles. People in the crowd start gasping, and you hear people start counting. 1 second, 2 seconds.
Does Nerve run after the arm?
Nub runs the heck after the
Oh
arm.
my god.
People in the crowd are bowled to the side. School children tossed in the air.
You killed so many children to save this stranger.
They seem to be.
Instinct. It was instinct.
I just turn my head to Jekyll and say, yeah, we out?
Yeah. Let's back up.
Yeah.
I'm still on nerve.
You don't have to be.
The executioner steps forward, seeing that the Jackalow is. Not Jackalow.
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna be
Wait,
really.
is Jerry Birder still on?
Can I try and dismount?
You can try and dismount.
Okay, great.
You have no skill rerolls left, but let's go for it.
Oh, I don't know that I should.
You
You
felt
get
it.
dragged along again.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was
Let's caught in
imagining.
the harness again.
Even though we thought we took off all the harnesses, but there was still one left.
I put one back on just in case.
So you struggle to get off, and you just pull through the crowd. You're hit in the face by an old woman.
Ow!
And she's tossed out of the way.
How much damage does the old woman inflict?
She is quite soft. She doesn't take any
So
damage.
she's killed instantly.
Why are your hands so soft?
I'm gonna try and control Nerve a little bit, but
It's a
Yeah.
little bit late
Yeah.
for that.
Oh my god.
So, the executioner goes to grab the boy's leg and attempt to pull him down to finish the job. Just as Nerb strikes him, and both the executioner and Nerb go flying, and your arm
yeah.
go flying off the stage. And now you are left on the. But you managed to get off. Nerb.
Okay,
But you're on the stage, right next to this boy being hung. It's all of you.
I message in your mind. I'm messaging you. Do something.
I just want to point out, now is the time. You wanted to be mayor of this town, now's the time to prove
It's a
yourself.
revolution.
Birds of the city, rise up! No! Let me start again.
Is this
The
guy?
birds are in charge already.
Gerald is.
I throw
the
an
boy
axe.
is.
I throw my axe and try and cut the rope.
Okay, you're throwing an axe at the person.
Above. Not like right at his head, obviously.
Obviously, give me a skill check to see what happens.
I
What
see
do you
there's an
attempt?
axe hurtling
That
towards
is
me.
not going to be enough
Yeah, I'll
to.
do a vigor. Was it a vigor?
Yep,
I
this is going to
do it
need to be an
again.
overwhelming success.
Oh no, I fumble.
Okay.
I cut his head.
No, you don't. Thankfully, you don't cut his head off, but you do embed your axe in Johnny Bird. Good news, you've got an axe. I think you gained 2 shield for hitting someone with your axe.
Oh yeah, I do.
You've got an axe. There's a boy being hung. He's about to lose it.
I gotta swing the axe of the rope, right?
If you want to.
Gotta do it.
Unless you want to get the
I
crowd.
gotta support my friends who clearly want this.
I mean, the crowd clearly wants to be on the side of that person being executed.
Jackalow, do you want to do anything here, or are we just gonna watch
I
it?
could try something.
I'm gonna swing at the rope and yell, "Oh, I missed!"
So did I.
Can you make a skill check to miss?
Subterfuge.
Okay.
So bad.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent attempt.
Okay. The boy's rope is cut and he just falls through the stage.
Oh no, he's getting away!
The woman who was yelling out for him just grabs him and just like pulls him into the crowd. But the crowd surges forward when they see this happening. It looks like they're trying to grab the guy that's trying to escape, the guy that was being hung.
Don't worry, I'll get him, and I start swinging the axe at the crowd.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to have the stats for my weapon so you know what it does?
Yeah.
The death axe?
The death blade. Yeah.
Can I just do a quick examine of Jerry to see if he hasn't lost his mind?
I got dragged up here. None of this was my idea.
I didn't mean to cause this much chaos. I didn't think it would go this badly.
Rory, how many people have they grievously injured? How many innocent bystanders have been...
The crowd is basically too dense to see what's going on. Who knows if there are
So you
people
can't-
underneath
You
this.
can't swing a sword
Oh
without,
no!
like,
Just start yelling,
massively
"Birds
hurting
rights!"
This derailed so quickly.
Oh my god.
I was just trying to give him time to escape.
I keep missing! Oh no!
Okay, so what's the situation?
Well, should we take a break there? Is this a good point to end the session at this point of absolute
Alright.
insanity?
I feel like it's a great...
Find out what the hell we're gonna do next. Because we sure don't know.
Oh my
We'll be
I'm
back,
just gonna delete
Whatever.
my script. Yeah.
we'll be back in a little while, I guess. Thanks for listening. We'd love to hear what you think. Bye!
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I was just trying to cause a distraction.
Oh my
I didn't
god.
think you would start swinging at peasants.
So, before all this, I was going to offer to beat the guy to a pulp for a show,
Oh,
so
man, that
you
would've
gain
been
some
so much
reputation.
better.
It just happened.
That was
And then-
such a better idea.
And now we're freeing some guy.
I guess.
And Jerry's trying to make
Jerry's
it look
killing
like...
everyone.
Oh
To be
no.
fair, these are people under the thrall of the Lich.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're the
What?
good
You're supposed to
guys.
be converting them. You wanted to be mayor of this town.
I think you should probably include this part
Oh
at the
my
end
god.
Oh my...
Okay, so that was my bad. I
Really, guys, my bad.
That's what you say to the crowd.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
What was
What
it?
do you have to say for yourself?
You know,
My bad.
bygones,
My
bygones,
bad.
you know.
that one's on me, guys.
So how many pages do you have to delete is the
Yeah.
question.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen now.
We don't know what's
I
literally
know.
no
I think
idea.
we can spin this. I think.
I think we can spin this. We were doing it for the good of the people.
I was just trying to get that guy.
This. I got really excited to throw my arm like I was throwing a tomato, but then I lost control of my mount.
Yeah, but he's swinging wildly.
And as I was jumping, my sword fell out and stabbed you.
We should... At the beginning of the next episode, we should cut to a courtroom, and this is what you're saying.
Oh god.